Hi there, this is an update from Water Rangers, and we want to announce our newest feature, Customizable Observation Forms. And this wouldn't be possible without the generous support of MEC, who are helping us increase our capacity. So thank you so much, MEC, for helping us create this awesome new feature for our users. So when you go to Water Rangers and you explore the map, you're not going to see custom forms here until you log in. So I'm going to log in. And then you can customize your form in two places. So before, we just had one form that everyone used, and you just filled out the fields that you had the equipment for. Now, when I go to my profile and I edit my account, you're going to see a new tab here that says Observation Form. Now there's different sort of categories here. Tagging wildlife. These are the invasive species that are specified for sort of Eastern Ontario and Western Quebec. Ice Watch is very relevant to Canadians, but not so much to our friends in the southern states. And then other people have told us that sometimes they have their own sample ID and they'd like that to be shown on Water Rangers, as well as sometimes you're using a shared account and you need to mention your water testers' names. Then below we have our available water tests. As a default, we have air temperature, water temperature, and pH, because we feel that those are the fields that are actually the simplest for anyone to go get equipment. You can get a thermometer and some pH strips from any sort of hardware or general store. But a lot of people have other equipment, and that's true for me. So I'm going to drag over alkalinity, because my test strips do that. I don't have any of these. Now, I do have a Secchi disc. Now, you still are going to see that we have the question marks, and it explains a little bit about the tests. Some of these we're still working on the explanations, so if you have some help that you'd like to give us in writing them, that would be awesome. So we really believe in sort of open source, and we want everyone to feel like they can sort of contribute. We also have dissolved oxygen. You'll notice there's dissolved oxygen percentage as well now. I have salinity, so when I go to the ocean, I do salinity. What else do I do? And water depth. Now you can drag these around in your water tests to be in the correct order that you want. So I'd like Secchi disc to be near water depth because I sort of do them together. My strips, they go alkalinity, pH, and then hardness. So I want them in that order. And I do conductivity as well. Where's conductivity? And I do that at the same time as I do water temperature. So I do those at the same time. So I want those. Now, some of our friends also do multiple entries for that. So I'm going to do this as an example. I don't do multiple entries for dissolved oxygen, but some people do. So I'm going to say that I do 3 samples of dissolved oxygen. Now, when you go to your observation form, I'm going to go back to the map. It's all saved. Oh, I'm going to add an observation. And then the top entry is my own personal form. So you can see all the entries that I put here, including my triple entry for dissolved oxygen. So let's just do a little fake entry for now. Say it's probably -3 today. Oh no, it's not. I think it's 2. Okay, water temperature was 5.8. So let's say I did 3, and I got 1. My first one was 8, my second one was 9, and my third one was 8. I ended up doing salinity today, and I did a Secchi depth, and it was actually 5 meters. So when you go in here, we do actually allow you to see all the other additional water quality tests, but it's hidden. And we want the form displayed as the one that you actually define yourself. And you're going to see that you have notes, cold Windy. Okay. So you'll notice on the profile that we have this great thing that shows you the samples. And as always, you can download the data from any one of these locations. So that's how you change your form. Now, I don't know if you noticed, let's go back to the location summary. I also have various groups, and as a group admin, you can edit your form. So you can see that the Ocean Explorers team just has our standard form. This is what everyone has as a standard, just the air temperature, water temperature, and pH. But for the Federation of Lakes of Lake McGlashan, you can see that I have testers' names, I have Secchi depth, dissolved oxygen, and we do total phosphorus in the spring. We also do ice watch here, so you can see that there, and we track invasive species. So as you go through, you can, if you're part of multiple groups, then you'll see that in your drop down. But if you are an admin and your users only have you as your group, the form that you select is actually going to be their default form. So that's pretty awesome. So you can tell your volunteers that they're going to see a slightly different form, but hopefully it's a really seamless experience for everyone, and it feels like this is just the obvious next step. Thanks again to MEC for making this development possible, and also thank you to our amazing team, especially Mark and Ollie, who worked so hard to make this possible. I also want to make a note that this is brand new, so if we're missing any tests, please get in touch and email us or contact us through our website. I also want to let you know that currently this isn't available on our mobile apps, so on the iOS and Android app. It still has the old form on it. We're working on getting this out, but we wanted to share this with you, get your feedback, and make sure that we can make it as awesome as possible. So get out there, customize your form, and let us know what you think. Thanks!